Hi everyone, I'm going to be doing the 14th shelf now, the one just there, mainly beginning with them, I think these all are, but yeah, there's some good more films in these as well, so let's see what we've got. Hi everyone, I'm going to be doing the 14th shelf now, starting with the letter M. Got Mask of the Red Death, the classic Vincent Price film, Roger Corman one. I love this one, really good. Prefer Pete the Pendulum to this, but it's still really good. Got some Massacre in Dinosaur Valley, which is like a Region 1 one. Picked this up like sort of from a local market. I paid like a couple of pounds for it, and supposedly it's pretty hard to pick up now. It's like sort of a cannibal type film, really. Sort of filmed like on the sort of strength of Cannibal Holocaust and that. It's not as graphic as that, but you know, it's still got some decent gore and things in it. Then we've got The Masters of Horror, John Carpenter's one, Cigarette Burns. That was a really good one. I love all these series. I've only got a few of these. I do need to get some more. But also got the one, the Stuart Gordon one, Dreams in the Witch House. That was a really good one as well. And then there was the Region 1 version I got here of Mick Garris's Chocolate, which wasn't that keen on that one really. I preferred the other two, but you know, it was still okay. There's another old classic one here from the, I think it was the early 80s, was it? Mausoleum, which is a really good film. I've got this on like this sort of 23rd Century Lab, which is like sort of like almost like a bootleg sort of company, but that's a really good film that I really enjoy that. There's the Region 1 of Maximum Overdrive, which yeah, a lot of people sort of hate this film. I think it's really good. I really like it. Yeah, this is like the Region 1 version. I remember being on TV like loads of times as well. I've always liked this film. It's a sort of cheap one, so I had to pick it up. Really like that one. Meat Grinder, which is like an Asian one. It's supposedly like really violent, sort of like an Asian Saw. I've not watched it yet, but it looks pretty interesting from the trailer. Meatball Machine, which is an absolutely crazy sort of Japanese splatterfest. Sort of hard to describe really, but it sort of reminds me like a lot of like Tetsuo the Iron Man. It's very similar in sort of style to that. There's also a really good short movie on this. I don't know if it's got it on here what it's called. Yeah, it's called Meatball Machine Reject of Death, and that to me was actually better than the main, you know, the main film. A really good short on it as well, so it's worth picking that version up. We've got Mega Piranha, which is another one. I think it's another Asylum film. Very cheesy. It's got like that sort of 80s pop star Tiffany in it. It was okay for what it was. It wasn't great, but you know, it was good cheesy fun. And there's Mega Python versus Gatoroid, which is very similar to Mega Piranha. I think that's another Asylum one. The Global Asylum did that one. I don't know if it's the same firm or not. But yeah, that was another really cheesy one as well. That one was actually, you know, decent, that one I thought. And it's got Tiffany and Debbie Gibson in that one. But yeah, it was okay though. I quite enjoyed that. Another one here. Debbie Gibson in again, funnily enough. Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. Yeah, that one was pretty good as well. That was good cheesy fun as well, like a proper B movie. It was, you know, it was decent. Memorial Day Killer, which is like a generic slasher flick. You know, it's not awful, it's not good, but you know, it's passable. The Messengers. I picked this one up. I haven't actually watched this one yet. I've seen the sequel, but I haven't watched this one. I'll have to give that a view. It's supposed to be pretty good though. Messengers 2: The Scarecrow. I've watched this one. This was like a decent Scarecrow movie. This one like a Killer Scarecrow film. I thought it was okay. You know, not bad at all. Midnight Meat Train, director's cut of that. That one with like Vinnie Jones is in it. It's someone like sort of basically doing like a sort of a video diary. He follows the serial killer around on the subway. You know, watches him as like, you know, does all his killings and everything. It was okay, you know, not great, but it was watchable. Good performance by Vinnie Jones in it though. Mimic 2. Yeah, that's the only one I've got of the Mimics here. I do like all the Mimics. I've seen the first one like, a lot of times on TV, but this is the only one I've actually got. Still decent, that one. Mind Ripper, which is, I was a bit disappointed this one really. I sort of like to create like a genetic sort of killer, and it's very human. You know, it looks more human than anything, but he's got like super strength and all that, and he's like this abandoned sort of test laboratory, and he ends up like getting free in there. You know, Lance Henriksen's in it, you know, decent actors and things, you know, decent performances and that, but you know, they sort of drag on a bit at times. Mirrors. It's a Kiefer Sutherland one. I've not watched this one yet either, but this one looks really good from the trailer. A lot of people have told me about this film as well, so I'll definitely have to check that one out. The Mist, which I really love this film. This is a great movie. I think it's one of the best, one of the best horror films of the last few years, really. So I really liked it. There were great characters in it as well. But like Stephen King film, a lot of they do concentrate on characters a lot in the Stephen King films, but this has got loads of brilliant characters in it. Some great monsters as well. And on the ending, I really love the ending on it. I'm not going to give anything away, but really good ending. Misery, it's another Stephen King adaptation. This is the Region 1 copy. This is a great movie as well. You saw this on VHS years ago, and it's one that I can re-watch again and again. Really good. The Monster, which is the Joan Collins one from the 70s. It was also known as I Don't Want to Be Born. Yeah, it was okay. It was one of the weaker films, I think, from that era, but it was watchable. Some good stars and that in it. Monster, which is like another Asylum one. It was like an Asylum sort of rip-off of Cloverfield, but didn't realise that it was really poor, this. It was like sort of almost like a found footage style one almost, but nothing happened in it. It was just the whole film basically consisted of two women running around screaming. That was basically the film. It's, they could have done a bit more with that. So another one which I really loved, Monster Brawl. Sort of got recommended this from like a friend of mine's because I was into like wrestling a lot when I was younger and stuff, and this has got a lot of wrestling stars and things in it. But it's like a sort of one of them dreams, and I think I'd love like a wrestling movie with like old classic Universal monster characters in it or something, and that's basically what this is. It's like WrestleMania sort of meets Universal, but it's like very tongue-in-cheek, pretty funny. This one's got a good slipcase on it as well. Good thing with this as well, you've got these like sort of trump cards, if you can see them on there. But I thought that was a pretty good touch. It's got all like the the sort of monsters in it. But yeah, that was a really good film, and there's a poster with it as well, but that's adorning the wall at the minute, so I can't show you the poster. But basically the poster is like a sort of an A3 size version of this. But yeah, I really like to recommend this film if you have some good cheesy fun. Not to be taken too seriously, but good cheesy fun film there. Monster Man, which is another one I was pretty impressed with. It hard to describe. It's sort of Jeepers Creepers mixed with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre almost. You got this like sort of deformed, like stitched up sort of. Well, it's like really, it's what, half human, half pig or something looks like on that. But yeah, it was really good. Like a really demented family in it. I've seen this a few times on the Horror Channel as well. Really liked it, and then managed to pick it up. It's a decent view, that one. The Monster Maker, which is one I think from might have been the 40s. I think now, I'm not sure, 40s, 50s. Not watched it yet. It's supposed to be okay. It's also one of the lesser films for that era though. Monster in the Closet, which is like a great sort of spoof of 50s sort of monster movies. I think Trauma picked this up. We've got Trauma on there, yeah. I don't know if Trauma made it. Well, yeah, I think he produced it, Lloyd Kaufman, so it was a Trauma one. But yeah, really good. Got a good bit of comedy in it. The monster looks really good in it as well. It's a decent film, actually. It's like, I think mid-80s or something. One they call Monsters, which is which is fair, isn't it? I quite enjoyed this. It's like how to describe it? It's like these weird octopus type monsters. They're sort of like invading America, and these people here are sort of stuck in Mexico, and they're trying to get through to America, back to America, but they've got to pass through the contaminated area where all the monsters are. A bit like almost like a found footage sort of film a bit, but it was decent. I thought it was okay. Tobe Hooper's Mortuary. This gets sort of crapped on a bit, this film. I thought it was okay for what it was. It wasn't one of his best films, but it was watchable. It's worth at least a view. The Most Dangerous Game. I think it was 1933. This one. It was filmed same time as King Kong. I think they used some of the same sets off King Kong as well. It's basically like sort of a bloke who hunts other humans for sport. Sort of similar to Turkey Shoot, but like a really old one from the 30s. Nothing too drastic in it, but yeah, it was okay. It wasn't bad. The Mothman Prophecies, the Richard Gere one. Pretty creepy, that. It's quite slow paced, but pretty creepy. I thought it was pretty effective. Not bad at all, that one. Mountain of the Cannibal God. That's the extreme version again. It's got all the extra gore and things in it that wasn't in the other version. That was a pretty decent cannibal movie, actually. It's not as obviously as powerful as Cannibal Holocaust or Ferox or anything like that, but I thought it was a decent cannibal movie, so not bad. These couple I haven't watched. I've got Takashi Miike's MPD Psycho. The reason I haven't watched it, I've got part 3 and 4, part 5 and 6, but for some reason I haven't got 1 and 2 yet, so I'm sort of waiting to get 1 and 2 first before I watch them. I don't know if they're any good, but they look like pretty strange films from what I've seen on the trailers, but we'll see. Next one is Mr. Hell. Not watched this yet. It's I picked this up like another cheap one, like a Region 1 one off a market like thing, a couple of pound again. Never seen it before, never even heard of it. I had a look on Internet Movie Database and it's had really bad reviews basically all the way through, so it sort of put me off watching it a bit, but I'm not sure if it's any good or not. I will watch it one of the times. Classic one here, the original Universal The Mummy, the Boris Karloff one. That's a really, really good film. One of the classics, isn't it, that one? Really good. Another one I picked up from the market, the cheap one. Andy Cobb's The Mutilation Man. This is the sick edition. It was like, I think, the German release copy of it. Not watched this yet, but it's supposed to be incredibly low budget. Supposed to have some pretty shocking scenes of gore and that in it as well. Not got to watch it yet. Don't know that much about the film, but no, I'll check it out one time. There's the old Video Nasty the Mutilator. Bit few scenes missing out of that one, you know, the more extreme gore's missing out of it, but it wasn't a bad film. It was an okay slasher, not bad at all. My Bloody Valentine 3D, which was the remake one. Yeah, I've got bought the 3D version. I did have the non-3D version originally, but I've managed to find this one cheap. You know, it's got the 3D, the proper 3D glasses and that with it as well, and the 2D versions on it as well. So I thought, why not? I traded in the 2D version, got that one. I did like this. I thought it was a really, really good remake. I've not seen the original. I don't own the original either. I will check it out, but I still was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was pretty decent. My Little Eye. Yeah, I haven't seen this for absolutely ages. I watched this ages ago when it first came out. From what I remember, I didn't really think that much of it. And I haven't had a rewatch for a few years. I have to check it out and check it, but first impression I wasn't that keen. And another one I've fairly recently picked up, My Soul to Take Me Home, The Slipcase. I think Wes Craven directed this one. I'm not sure if it's his best. It's had a couple of decent reviews on the box, but not watched it. It looks like a sort of a slasher, like a Scream type film. Not sure about it. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, that's that Shelf 14 done. I'll probably be doing another couple of videos fairly soon. I've got a few days off work, so I want to try and get as much of the collection done as I can. Hopefully it should all be complete within a week or so. Then I can start doing little, individual reviews, things like that, and some other bits and bobs. But anyway, thanks for watching all the videos anyway, and all subscribers and everything like that. And comments are greatly appreciated as well. If anyone wants to leave any comments or any recommendations or any of these I haven't watched and you think I should watch, just drop a line at the bottom and I'll get back to you. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching.